Let me go through TikTok Shop.
Stop! You cannot be scrolling. This is not only having a bad effect on you and your mental health, but this is having a horrible effect on the environment.
Every day, millions of people scroll through social media looking for entertainment. However, many of these social media platforms have transformed from places to connect with others into easy shopping tools.
Overconsumption happens when people purchase more goods than they actually need, like the transition of water bottles from hydro flasks to Stanleys to Awalas, Nidos, and other fidget toys, trendy clothes, etc. Social media has increased this issue by constantly introducing users to these new trends and products, especially on TikTok and Instagram. According to a survey by World Finance, almost half of TikTok users reported purchasing products after seeing them be promoted on the platform, showing how influential social media can be. Social media apps usually characterize their feeds to the user's personal interests, which helps pressure certain consumers to buy products that they wouldn't have thought to buy beforehand.
One of the main reasons that why social media is so effective at increasing the consumption rate is due to the fear of missing out, also known as FOMO. When users scroll on different social media platforms and repeatedly see other people, especially influencers, purchasing the same products, they tend to feel pressured to be a part of the trends. A prime example of this is the glitter dumpling, since after getting TikTok viral, many people wanted to buy them. Many researchers have found that FOMO is very closely related to materialism and compulsive buying behaviors. Another issue is that social media users often create parasocial relationships with some influencers, and they tend to feel very connected to people they've never personally met. Because they trust these creators, product advertisements and recommendations feel more like it's coming from a friend than actually just someone they see online.
One of the largest environmental consequences that occurs because of social media that drives overconsumption is fast fashion. Fast fashion is the rapid production and rapid sale of inexpensive clothing that is specifically designed to keep up with the constantly changing social media trends. Different platforms like TikTok tend to encourage different trend cycles that 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 now are moving faster than ever. Every few months, there are completely different trends going viral that people tend to obsess over. Clothing items tend to become extremely popular, only to be replaced by a newer trend just a few weeks later. According to Earth.org, the fast fashion industry is responsible for approximately 10% of global carbon emissions. It also further hurts the environment as it consumes large amounts of water and releases 500,000 tons of microfibers into the ocean each year. Companies like Machine have built up their brand and popularity through different social media platforms, mass producing large quantities of low cost clothing to satisfy their customers.
Now, there is a misconception that overconsumption has to do with clothing, but that isn't necessarily always true. One trend that has occurred consistently for the past few years is the trend with water bottles. Over the years, there have been many trends like hydro flasks, Stanley cups, and walls recently. They have now become a symbol of trends in social media. While many of these products are oftentimes marketed as very environmentally friendly, trying to attract more customers, the act of repeatedly purchasing newer products based on what's trending defeats the original purpose of it being environmentally friendly. To even add on, so many people on social media sites mass buy these water bottles, collecting different colors of the same water bottle, increasing the issues with overconsumption. Manufacturing the stainless steel used in these water bottles requires a sufficient amount of energy, fossil fuels, and natural resources. When consumers replace one reusable water with another, just because of the trends on social media changing day by day, there are many environmental impacts that are unnecessarily created.
That being said, there are many environmental consequences of overconsumption that extend beyond just buying the product itself. Every online purchase requires packaging materials, transportation, and delivery. The cardboard boxes, plastic materials, and protective packaging all contribute to the growing amounts of, of water being wasted. The transportation networks that focus on delivering products also generate a high amount of carbon emissions that contribute to the ever growing issues of climate change. So, as online shopping becomes more and more popular in society today, the environmental costs that come with online shopping also continue to grow.
So, as mentioned, there are many environmental impacts that go beyond just buying the products themselves. The increased demands for products requires more raw materials, more energy, and a lot more manufacturing. According to Seth Milstein from Sentient Media, humans are consuming resources at a faster rate than our planet can naturally replenish them. This is an issue as it contributes to pollution, habitat destruction, greenhouse gas emissions, and just overall resource depletion. This also isn't viable since our environment doesn't have unlimited resources, so higher and growing consumption rates for a long time is impossible to sustain.
While overconsumption is a growing problem, there are things that individuals can do to reduce their impact to the environment. Some ways that they can achieve this is simply by reducing the amount of items they purchase, support more sustainable brands, and reuse products for a longer period of time, not focusing on what's trending on social media now. Another thing is having more people self-reflect on what they actually need to buy. I mean, if so many people just stopped thinking about the online trends and thought more about what they actually need, they could help reduce the amount of waste in the environment. These small changes by so many consumers can help to slowly but surely reduce human impact to the environment.